A dermatologist's anti-aging serum costs her $12. The one you bought last month cost you $185. Both contain the same active ingredient. Only one of them works at a concentration high enough to do what the label promises. The other one just paid for the box it came in. The average woman will spend tens of thousands of dollars on skincare in her lifetime. A significant portion of that money is going to products formulated to feel luxurious while delivering almost nothing measurable to your skin. This is not about being smarter or more careful. This is about an industry that spent decades learning exactly how to bypass the question you should have asked, which is, does the formula actually contain enough of the active to do what the claim implies? We are counting down 8 brands built on that gap and 4 that closed it. The first one sets the standard for everything that follows. Number 8. Philosophy used to formulate products that work. Then in 2010, Coty acquired the brand. And within 18 months, longtime users started noticing changes. The Signature Purity Cleanser, once a balanced low pH formula, was reformulated with a higher pH that disrupts the skin barrier. The Hope in a Jar Moisturizer, previously built around niacinamide and peptides at functional levels, was reformulated with those actives moved further down the ingredient list, meaning their concentrations dropped below the threshold where clinical evidence supports efficacy. What you are paying $68 for is now primarily dimethicone and glycerin, the same base found in drugstore moisturizers that cost $9. The brand kept the price, it kept the name. It stopped keeping the formula that justified either. Number 7. Tatcha sells beautiful jars. The rice polish retails for $68 and is marketed as a Japanese skincare secret passed down through generations. The actual ingredient list reveals finely milled rice powder, the same material found in bulk at Asian grocery stores for under $3 per pound, combined with papain, a commodity enzyme extracted from papaya. The entire product contains materials available in bulk for minimal cost. The rest of the price is packaging, the intricate compact, the art direction, the cultural narrative. There is nothing functionally wrong with the formula. There is also nothing in it that justifies a markup this steep or a claim this inflated. Number 6. Clinique is still selling the same dramatically different moisturizing lotion it introduced in 1968. The problem is that skincare science has moved forward, and Clinique has not. The formula remains built on mineral oil and petrolatum, effective occlusives, but offering none of the barrier repair lipids or ceramides that modern dermatology now considers essential for long-term skin health. Worse, many Clinique products still contain fragrance despite the brand's dermatologist-tested positioning. Fragrance is one of the top 5 causes of contact dermatitis and has no therapeutic purpose in skincare. You are paying $52 for a formula that has not been meaningfully updated in over 50 years, while competitors at half the price now include ingredients Clinique will not. Number 5. Sunday Riley was caught. In 2018, the brand's own employees came forward with evidence that they had been instructed to post fake 5-star reviews on Sephora under aliases, fabricating results the products had not delivered. The company settled with the FTC in 2019, but the larger issue is what that deception was covering. The Good Genes lactic acid treatment retails for $122 and lists lactic acid as its primary active. The concentration appears to be moderate, at a level found in products that cost $18. The premium you are paying is not going into a stronger or more effective formula. It went into creating the illusion that the product was universally transformative when the brand's own internal data did not support that. Number 4. Drunk Elephant built a brand later acquired by Shiseido for a reported sum exceeding $800 million on the claim that it is free of the Suspicious 6, a list of ingredient categories the founder decided were harmful. The problem is that the Suspicious 6 is not based on peer-reviewed dermatological consensus. It is marketing. Silicones, which Drunk Elephant avoids, are some of the safest and most studied ingredients in skincare. Meanwhile, Essential oil, which the brand does include, are among the most common sensitizers. The C Firma Vitamin C Serum retails for $80, carries a significant markup over ingredient costs, and uses L-ascorbic acid in a formulation that oxidizes rapidly once opened. The same active, at the same concentration, in a more stable formulation, is available for $19 from 3 different brands. Dermatologists actually recommend you are not paying for better science. You are paying for a color-coded shelf and a philosophy that sounds cleaner than it is. Number 3. SK2 sells Pitera, a trademark name for yeast ferment filtrate, as though it were a rare discovery. It is not rare. It is a commodity ingredient produced by fermenting yeast and filtering the liquid. The same compound, listed under its INSEE name Saccharomyces ferment filtrate, appears in serums that cost $12. SK2's facial treatment essence retails for $199 for 230 milliliters. The production cost represents a small fraction of retail price. There are peer-reviewed studies showing that fermented ingredients can have some soothing properties, but there is no evidence that Pitera at the concentration SK2 uses delivers results that justify a markup this extreme. The difference between what you pay and what the formula costs to make is not going into research or rare materials, it is going into the architecture of exclusivity. Number 2. Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair is one of the best-selling serums in the world. It is also one of the most overrated. The formula is built on Bifida ferment lysate, a probiotic extract with some evidence for soothing and mild barrier support, but the concentration in Advanced Night Repair is not disclosed, and independent testing suggests it sits well below the levels used in the clinical studies Estee Lauder referenced. The rest of the formula is water, glycerin, and a thickening agent. At $115 for 50 milliliters, you are paying over $2 per milliliter for a product whose active ingredient concentration cannot be verified and whose base is identical to serums that cost $15. The brand has spent decades building trust, and that trust is now being used to justify a price the formula does not earn. And finally, in first place among the brands you need to stop buying, La Mer. The moisturizing cream retails for $190 per ounce. The hero ingredient is the miracle broth, which sounds transformative until you read the patent. It is algae fermented with vitamins and minerals, then processed into a base of petrolatum, mineral oil, and wax. Petrolatum is an effective occlusive. It is also available at any pharmacy for $4 per jar. Independent laboratory analysis confirms the production cost is estimated to be a small fraction of the retail price. There is no clinical evidence that the miracle broth delivers anti-aging results beyond what a good occlusive moisturizer provides, and La Mer has never published peer-reviewed studies demonstrating otherwise. What you are buying is a story, not a formula that does what the price implies. Now the 4 brands dermatologists actually spend their own money on. Number 4. Paula's Choice was founded by a cosmetic chemist who believes skincare should publish its active concentrations and cite its clinical evidence. Every product page lists the percentage of each active ingredient, the pH if relevant, and links to the studies supporting the formulation. The 2% BHA liquid exfoliant contains salicylic acid at exactly 2%, the concentration shown in peer-reviewed research to improve skin texture and reduce breakouts. It costs $32 and delivers what it claims with no hidden concentrations or vague proprietary blends. Dermatologists trust it because the data is public and the formulation matches the science. Number 3. La Roche-Posay is a pharmaceutical brand, meaning it is held to drug-grade manufacturing standards even for its cosmetic products. The Toleriane Double Repair Face Moisturizer contains niacinamide at 5%, ceramide 3%, and prebiotic thermal water, all at concentrations that have been clinically shown to repair the skin barrier. It retails for $19 and is recommended by dermatologists more consistently than any luxury moisturizer at 5 times the price. The difference is that La Roche-Posay formulates for function, not for feeling premium, and the price reflects the cost of the ingredients rather than the cost of the campaign. Number 2. The Ordinary stripped away every piece of the beauty industry's pricing model and published the one thing most brands will not: the exact concentration of every active. The retinol 1% in squalane costs under $7 and contains exactly what the name says: 1% retinol in a stable squalane base. There is no fragrance, no elegant texture, no story about rare botanicals, just the active at a therapeutic dose and a price that reflects the cost to make it. Dermatologists recommend it because the formula is transparent and the concentration is high enough to work. And finally, in first place among the brands dermatologists actually use, CeraVe. Developed in collaboration with dermatologists, every formula is built around 3 essential ceramides and a patented delivery system that releases ingredients over time to support the skin barrier. The PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion contains niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and ceramides at concentrations that match the clinical literature. It costs $16. It does not feel luxurious. It does not come in a beautiful jar. It works because it was formulated by people who understand skin physiology, not people who understand aspiration. This is the product dermatologists keep in their own bathrooms, and the reason is simple. The formula does what the science says it should, at a price that reflects what it actually costs to make. The anti-aging industry does not survive on products that deliver measurable results. It survives on the gap between the transformation it promises and the ingredient concentration it actually puts in the jar.